Set for baseball here this evening.
Donald Jones.
And a swing and a miss, so a first pitch strike as we're underway here this evening. And Harold, this Angels ball club entering play here tonight. They'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Man, this team is hot right now. They blew them out game 1. I mean, it was ugly. So they're doing everything you're asking right now to have done. They're clicking on all cylinders. I would hate to have to face them right now.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is swung on and missed, and the American League's leading hitter is gone on strikes, 1 away. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, it's no secret. They need Manny Machado to get his bat going a little bit.
Manny Machado comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, Matt, we won't see a whole lot of arguing with Jerry. If Jerry misses a pitch, he'll tell you, I missed it. What? And if you turn around and you ask him, Jerry, how far off the plate was that? He'll say, Hall of Fame pitch, HR, Hall of Fame. So, Jerry, you got my respect, man. I love him. And the players love him, and so do the pitchers.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Check swing in the dirt, but he went around. Up with it, Soto. He makes the throw to first. 2 down.
Batting third, center fielder number 10.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. He enters play in the hunt for the league's home run crown, but he'll have some work to do down the stretch. First pitch on its way. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Top of the first, just underway here at Angel Stadium. Hot shot down the line. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. But the throw is too late as he gave it all he had, but that'll be scored as an infield single.
Back-to-back changeups. The first one, he got a chance to recognize it. Read it well. The second one, drills it for the base hit. I love his approach on that at bat.
Here's Chris Davis now.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Well, he got him to chase a fastball right there off the plate. He's such a good hitter. You don't see him chase out of the zone very often. That just tells me the pitcher's got pretty good stuff.
And a dive, but he's back. 2 out with the man at first. Sent on the ground out to second. Giavatello's got it. Throw over to Pujols at first. He'll take care of him to end the inning. Odrisamer Despaigne will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, H?
Well, for right now, he's just allowing over a base runner per inning. That's very good for a starting pitcher. It tells me that he keeps his team in the game every inning. And really, if you win the innings, you're going to win the game in the end.
He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first. Here's a look now at the Angels starting lineup. HR, what's the key for him here tonight?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say, have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look out.
Harold, one of your former uniforms, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight. It was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
Well, Matt, I mean, to me, the big thing is forget yesterday. They got blown out, okay? We all know it. We watched it. But this is game 2. So you just go out and win the game today and start a new streak of your own.
Mike.
So striding forward now, Mike Trout. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. And that misses inside 1-0. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Hard on the ground towards short. Romine fields it cleanly, and he'll beat the throw to first despite a fantastic effort, and that ought to be scored an infield single.
Left fielder, Randall Grichuk.
First delivery to him on the way. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first, and he'll get back in safely. A runner on first with 2 away. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Man, it's going to be a long game. The angle that he's throwing that sinker at, nobody's going to touch that.
And this is fouled back and out of play. From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Second inning up. Now at the plate, Tom Noonan. And the average isn't pretty. Down into the roaring 220s to begin the ball game. And we'll start the inning off with an easy fly ball to straightaway left. There to play it is Grichuk, and that's the first out.
All right, here's how the Halos line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And in the outfield, Cole Calhoun. Talk about aggressive. He will leave his feet to go make a play on anybody. And he can throw the ball, too. I think he has a huge advantage when you put him on the corners, being a left-handed outfielder. He seems to play the angles great.
So striding forward for his first opportunity, Jimmy Vera. And the confidence might be wavering at the moment. Last 10 or so ball games have been a real struggle for him. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir.
Oh, he hung that one. And, man, did he bang it. Just didn't keep it fair.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Set to deal on 2-2. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Trout has a read on it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Batting 7.
Digging in the switch hitter, Andrew Romine. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. Popped up towards the seats as this gets out of play. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
You know, I think that off-speed pitch fooled him a little bit, but not enough. He was able to hold back.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Simmons is there. Low throw, but a nice play at the bag by Pujols. Saves an error and ends the inning. Here's C.J. Cron now. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
C.J. Cron.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. After it is Jones. 1 down.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment of the Orioles. And I'm looking at the first baseman, Chris Davis. Now, you can play him at third, you can play him at first, but because of his footwork.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run.
Man, you could see the center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
Yunel Escobar comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center, and he will make the play out there, and there are two away now. Here's the catcher, Giovanni Soto now. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. Into the windup and the pitch. A high fastball is in there.
Well, that was unexpected. You're looking for that sinker down. He throws a fastball up. Now he's just changed the game on you. He's forcing you to look somewhere else.
Drilled right back up the middle. And Soto's aboard. He's got himself a base hit. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
A lot of base hits up the middle. Set your sights up the alleys and try to take it back up the middle hard like he did right here. Nice job.
In now is Andrelton Simmons as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Here's a cutter that's off the plate, 1-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a little blooper to center. Jones ranging into the outfield, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Johnny Giavotella. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Davis will put this one away, and the inning is over. Coming to the plate now, Evan Gattis. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Here comes the first pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Great tilt on the slider on the inside corner. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Fouled back.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone. Stepping in, Jeff Mathis. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1.
As long as you actually get it inside, that 2-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
A little bouncer. And a throw to Pujols is in time for the 2nd out.
Now batting, second baseman, Donald.
Digging in to try it again, Donald Jones. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the two-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. 2 out, nobody on. Lifted the other way out to left center. Grichuk has a read on it, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3, go. Cole Calhoun will stand in now. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Leading off for the Angels, the right fielder, number 56.
And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Chopped weakly to the left. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
A center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout.
In there at the knees, strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
2-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. A runner at first with no outs here. And now he'll step off quickly and look the runner back. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up to second for 1. Back to Davis, and they turn the double play.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Rendell Grichuk. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Good looking sinker on the inside corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now he breaks out the hook here. Good for strike 2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Very weakly on the ground. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Striding in once again, Manny Machado. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
13.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a whiff at a good slider that time. The windup and the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Well, we've watched him dip below 230 in this cold streak. He started off the season okay. That single right there, maybe that turns him around and gets him going in the right direction.
Stepping in now, Adam Jones, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
That's the advantage of having a good two-hitter hitting second in your lineup. He knows he's going to get something to hit because they're going to pitch to him. And now here comes the heart of the order. They've got a great opportunity to get on the board here.
Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. There to look it in is Simmons, 1 away. Ready for another chance. Chris Davis comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at bat on its way. Pitch outside, the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. 1-0 pitch on the way. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And there's ball 2 now. Runner at second here with 1 man out. In the dirt. Throw goes over to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. The 3-1 coming to Davis. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Now in the box, Tom Noonan, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. The 2-0 on the way. Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators. Foul. Here's the 2-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
I like how he's mixing up the fastball and the changeup right there. That's how we got the 2-2 count. I think he comes back with a changeup here.
Working for the punch out and the offering on the ground up the middle, and this is a base hit, and that'll get him on the board as this ball game is tied at 1.
Well, Matt, they didn't score much yesterday. You know, the conversation before the game was their offense going to be able to do anything today? Right there, that one run might be enough to kind of propel them into a good stretch now.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard on the ground to second, and the self-defense move there at second as he tried to knock it down, but that gets on by him.
That was terrific. You always hear keep your hands inside the baseball. That's a perfect example. The ball was in, and he took it back up the middle. You can't do that if you don't keep your hands inside the baseball.
Standing in now, Andrew Romine.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So it's a run. 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on.
Leading off the 4th inning for the Angels.
Here's C.J. Cron now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one right down Main Street.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Hey, 0-2 pitch in the dirt. I think that was a purpose pitch. These guys are swinging at just about everything, so he's going to take a chance to see if they'll chase one even further out of the zone.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Hit on the ground out to short. To his right, Romine. 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman,
trying to pick things up where he left off. Albert Pujols. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. First pitch of the at bat. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Here's a drive fair over the head of Machado at third and heading down the line. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
A ball hit hard to the left side. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Whoa, he hit that one a little bit too hard. Line drive single, but the runner at second had to hold up, so he's not going to score, but nice piece of hitting anyway.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup that has him all kinds of goofed up at the plate.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
On the ground to second base, this could be 2. On to Davis at first. It's a double play, and the side is retired. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more. Evan Gattis now standing in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And now we see a right-hander up and throwing in the Angel bullpen. Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Soto has a play. 1 down.
Up next for the Orioles, catcher.
Into the box now, Jeff Mathis comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Tied him up there as this is softly hit down the line. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Up next for the Orioles, second baseman.
Ready for another shot now, Donald Jones. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing. I got to say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Another 0-2 home. Just a touch outside. 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. On the ground to the right side. A dive by Pujols. He is out. In now is Andrelton Simmons. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
The shortstop.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Well, that'll get your head shaken at the plate. That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike, and you add that to the rest of his repertoire. Man, it's tough to cover them all.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. Ready now, Johnny Giavotella, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. This for Machado down at third, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
They've left a lot of men on base. They've had plenty of opportunities, and here's another one. After a base hit, they find themselves with another runner on. Let's see if they can bring somebody home this inning.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Now a swing and a ground ball, but this will get foul for strike 2. 0-2, here it is. Grounded to first. Davis has it. Romine relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 1 hit's all they get. We're through 5 here at the ballpark, all tied at 1-1. Some stirring now in that Angel bullpen, as it'll be both a lefty and a righty that start to get loose. Manny Machado stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Now here's the pitch. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Giavotella will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
Now batting number 10.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. A hit in 2 tries so far. Into the windup and the pitch. Squared that one up just a little late.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
And Jones takes this one for a ball, 1-1. Pitch on the way. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. And here's a ball hit in the air. Giavotella onto the grass, and he makes the catch for the second out. Here's Chris Davis now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. Pujols ranges to his right. On to first with it is Pujols, and he steps on. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Center fielder, Mike.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch-to-contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Jones ranging back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall.
Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down.
Trout takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to reflect on his good fortune. Rendell Grichuk stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
Well, he doesn't have any walks yet. He's going to have to come in the zone right here and really avoid throwing that first walk of the game.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here. Ready once again, C.J. Cron. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. And this one's in the dirt, and a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Now a sinker falls in there for a called strike. 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit down the third baseline. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Just a bit low. Ball 3. The big bat of Albert Pujols is due up next. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Well, right back at him, and it hit him. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit. Albert Pujols will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He could put 3 runs on the board in a hurry, so expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if they can. He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
And and likely nothing up at third, but he'll step off and look him back anyway. 3-0 pitch on its way. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. 2 runs, 10 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. And a fastball misses there, ball 4. Digging in to try it again, Yunel Escobar. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
This situation right here, 1-0 with the bases loaded, you gotta stay patient.
And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. Three and 0 now.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
A changeup over the inside corner.
Taking all the way there, and a walk could be huge here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the bat on his shoulder again on the next pitch.
Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Hit back up the middle. He's got it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher, Giovanni Soto now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And that's taken for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Runners are at second and third with 1 down. And here's one that misses to the Angel catcher. It's back even at 1-1. Shoots this one to first, and he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. In to score, the runner from third. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. Make it 5-1. And he is into second base with a 2-run double.
Shortstop.
Ready for another chance? Andrelton Simmons. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Swing and a little tapper. Comes set with the 0-1. Chopped foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Trying to send him packing for the second time. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The payoff pitch one more time. Hit on the ground to third. Machado is there. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Johnny Giavotella. Last time through was a base hit. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. 4 runs here in this half inning. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only 1 away.
Right fielder number 56, Cole Calhoun.
Into the box, Cole Calhoun. And, oh, look out, as that pitch ran in and got him. And that's going to force in a run.
Well, there's a couple of ways to look at this. It never looks good to hit a man when your team is getting shelled. Seems a little suspicious. Then again, sooner or later, you've got to reclaim the inside part of the plate, or things can get even worse.
1 run is scored. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, you just keep adding on. That's how you win games, and he's a big part of it right here. That's his 3rd RBI, and they extend the lead in this ballgame.
Here's Randall Grichuk as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now the 0-1 to third. Machado on the slide. He gathers the throw. To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Now batting, The designated hitter, C.J.
Ready for
Cron.
another shot now. C.J. Cron. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And he is in there. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now.
Yeah, but if he gets through this inning, I think they'd be happy with it. To get through 6 innings and just a little over 100 pitches, I think that's pretty good outing.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Has a look, now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2. Hit hard to the right side, but foul, so we'll see if he can straighten that out. 7 runs have crossed the plate in the inning. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at-bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
And another foul ball. Hit on the ground to short. Backhanded. And it's in time at first. And back here at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. The Angels are out on top in this one as we get caught up on our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Jared Weaver comes on to start the inning, and he'll have a huge lead to work with. Tom Noonan is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. The pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And a throw to Pujols is in time for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
Digging in the switch hitter, Andrew Romine. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 2 out, nobody on. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3. And here's Albert now. Already a home run and a double for him in this one. Michael Givens comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The next 0-2. Hit to third. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Well, that's a nice base hit right there, and he is so close to having a cycle. He's one thing short, and the toughest one of them all, the triple. Looks like he's gonna get another at bat. Let's see if he's able to pull it off.
Yunel Escobar is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Nobody out, runner on first. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
And Escobar has a base hit.
Well, going to the pen, this is not what they wanted. He comes up, he gives up one hit, now another back-to-back base hits. I'm curious what's going through the mind of the manager right now as he's looking at his bullpen.
Giovanni Soto is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Too high, and it's 3-0. He's set. Here's the 3-0. Tough slider down low for a strike.
That's the 3rd slider in a row, and I'm going to tell you what, I think he'll probably throw 4 and maybe 5 if he needs it.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Batter number 2, shortstop,
Andrelton Simmons is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And now a soft liner to the left side. But this will be a foul ball. 1-1. Here it comes. No contact there, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Vera is calling for it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Johnny Giavotella. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this is fouled at the plate. Again, he sends it out of play.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
And that's going to fall. A base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. The tag, and he's nabbed trying for 2. Now at the plate, Cole Calhoun. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch.
Cole Calhoun.
He's set. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Boy, they have just not pitched well at all in this game. I mean, anytime you give up double ditches, the pitching coach starts looking over his shoulders like, hey, ain't my fault.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with a fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Fly ball out to straightaway left. Vera is there, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 8th inning coming up. Digging in once again, Evan Gattis. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Evan Gattis.
Into the windup and the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting. Catcher.
At the plate, Jeff Mathis. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit the other way out toward right field. Calhoun is in his tracks now, and there's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman,
Now batting, Donald Jones. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First delivery to him on the way. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
You know, I doubt he wanted to get that tight with the fastball there, but hey, this is a guy you certainly don't want to let him get his arms extended. He's the kind of guy that can hurt you.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Here it comes on 3-0. Hit hard towards center. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. So the 2-out hit here extends the inning for Manny Machado. Striding in, Manny Machado. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Now the 0-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. From the stretch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Grichuk sprinting after it. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point. Ryan Mattis enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Now pitching for the Orioles.
And this is sliced foul into the stands and right out of play. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Here's Trout waiting on the 1-1. Line to the right side. But he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Now batting, left fielder, Randall Grichuk.
Randall Grichuk is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. On the ground to third. Machado has it. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Up next for the Angels.
Digging in, C.J. Cron. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And he gets ahead 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Back now at the Big A as we get a look there at the great city of Los Angeles. 9th inning set to begin. Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a liner back through the box. And Jones is going to have himself a base hit. So it's a leadoff single that kicks off their half of the 9th.
Whoa, that ball was close. Whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here.
Boy, this guy just keeps going on. His 40th home run of the season, and he's not done yet. He keeps this up. He's definitely going to be in the conversation for some of the year-end awards.
Tom Noonan stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Shin high fastball that time. Ball 3.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots. And now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Here's a check swing and a foul ball. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up. A 2-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
Jimmy Vera started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And here's one that misses, so it's 2-1 now to the Oriole left fielder. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up drifting into shallow right field. Giavotella ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Andrew Romine. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And he lays off there, 1-0. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. And he swings and misses on that one, and now the Orioles are down to their final strike here.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Throw to first here is going to be in time as the Angels have taken games 1 and 2 here at home as this one is over. 10-3 at the